EnviroTHON is an interscholastic competition. So it's teams of students who go one day in the spring and they compete against teams of students from other schools in Montgomery County. So there's a Montgomery County EnviroTHON competition, and then whoever wins that competition then goes on to the Pennsylvania State competition, and the winner of Pennsylvania goes to a national competition. It's a lot of fun to compete. The kids get to go, and I get to take them out and teach them a lot of stuff about our natural environment right here. They're identifying trees, they're identifying animals, they're learning to identify birds by their call, and frogs and things by what they sound like as well as what they look like. We get outside, they spend a day outside, and so they may get a question like, here's an animal pelt, what kind of animal is it? Or what is the problem with cutting down too many trees in Pennsylvania? And they might be answering test questions. So they really get to engage in what's going on right around them. The whole goal of EnviroTHON is to get kids to learn more about their local environment and then be able to communicate that and get tested on it. So really to engage kids more about what's around them. So anybody that's in my IE, we're training people with the idea that you're going to go compete in the EnviroTHON competition in April. You would miss one day of school, you would bring your lunch with you, we'd be outdoors at the 4-H club, and you'd be in a team going around taking a test at 5 different stations, and you'll have people like the Pennsylvania Game Commission there monitoring one station on wildlife and asking you questions about that, and then you have forestry station and a current topic station, which this year is about sustainable energy and renewable energy. So the expectation is hopefully you'd want to go compete in this competition, and if you just want to be in the IE and learn more about the surrounding environment, that's cool too. I think especially if there's people who have a really keen interest in nature and want to learn more about nature, this is a great way to do it. If you have a good background in nature, or if you've taken the environmental science class and gotten that background, you're going to do pretty well at this competition. And it's cool to go and compete against other kids from other schools. About 4 or 5 years ago, we decided there was enough people that were interested in it. They had heard about it. We put a team together, and we've been competing for probably 4 or 5 years now. And in 2022, we actually won the Montgomery County competition and then went on to compete in the state competition. The hardest part is there's a lot to know, and you may not know that much. You don't necessarily have to win. It's just about learning, competing, and doing your best with it. There's just a lot of stuff to know. So usually what will happen is each team will kind of split up the work, and so that they're studying different parts of it, and there's a kind of an expert of a topic on each team. The minimum requirement is that you would come for the training at some point. So as we get into the spring, we'll have another IE. Right now we're meeting on day 3 for our IEs, and if you want to get switched into the day 3 IE to compete in EnviroTHON, just talk to me about it. We can get that switched. We'll have another one in the spring, and that would be more people who are more serious definitely about doing it. So if you can't do it now and you want to do it then, or we might even have a few after-school training sessions for people who maybe can't do that IE but are still interested. All you need to do to join is just talk to me about it, and to join, I would say, sign up for my IE. We can get you switched in on day 3, or look for whatever the IE is in the spring, and we'll get you put in there.